Life is about opportunity. And life is about, I don't care what your education is. I don't care what your lot in life is. I don't care about any of this. What matters is recognizing an opportunity. Okay? In 1978, again, I grew up in South Chicago. I wanted to come to Colorado so bad I could taste it. I'm reading the newspaper, and there's a Jeep that got repossessed by a bank, but they repossessed the Jeep in Chicago. They needed it driven to Colorado. So I drove it, and I didn't go home. I remember dropping that Jeep off at the corner of Federal and Alameda, and then standing there. I had $200 in my pocket. I was 19 years old. My hair was a little longer. Like, I really had long, I'm not the same guy, right? But I took advantage of an opportunity. The great thing about it is in Denver at that time is when they first started RTD. So I got to ride the bus for a whole year for free. And then I taught skiing on the weekend, because that's why I was there, and I would hitchhike up. I'd hitchhike up on Friday, and I knew I could catch a ride down on Sunday. But that was the opportunity that got me here. Then in 1984, I had this really jazzy job as a manager of a non-ferrous metal company. Whew. I got a call from a guy, Chris Dreer. His wife, Sandy, was one of my customers. She had a sign company, and he was executive builders, and they wanted to hire a new home salesperson outside of the industry. That's where my real estate career started. I sold 12 condos my first month, and then the market fell apart. And then I had to decide of another opportunity. Do I get out or do I stay? And I stayed. You know that song, Do I Stay or Do I Go? Right? And so that's what I did. Well, now I fast forward, 1989, I meet Ann. That's a great opportunity. We've been married 32 years, right? Yeah, that's to be with me. I'm a work in progress, and I always will be.
We're applauding for Ann.
No, and I'll let her know. Trust me, I'll let her know. So then, now I'm in the building industry, and one day I come home and I said I'm going to be a builder. And this is going to crack you up, I put a business plan together, took it to my bank, and they gave me $5 million. And I just stood there. I said, $5 million? Yeah. I got $5 million. I could do a pre-sale and build 3 specs. The very first house I built ever in my life, you remember the parade of homes back in the day? Like you came on a block. I built a parade home. It was like 2.3 million. And I was the custom home green builder of the year in 2001, where the word green still meant your grass was green, right? But we utilized all technology. That was opportunity. Then I met Craig. And then I became, sometimes I just choke up. I don't get it. I don't know. Right. I just do. So then in 2005, I get with Craig. And the business, it rocked. Then my kids get into the business. They only know Craig and Todd. This is all they know. Mm-hmm. And they're 6-figure kids. I sleep at night. I didn't in the beginning when they started, right? If they're your kids, you're like, man, are they going to pay the bills in the morning? You know, but they're fine. They get it, and they understand it, right? So then that moves along, and then I make the decision that what's going to happen here is they will be our business development. I will be with them. I ain't going anywhere. Okay? That was opportunity. Now, I want you to think about opportunity from the standpoint now of business, right? There's all the great stuff that happens, but now let's talk about business opportunity, because here's what I think about. When I got into real estate in '84, there was this guy, Dave Leniger, who was starting up some company called Remax in Colorado. That was a Denver company. We used to call it Relax. We didn't think it was going to make it. Well, look at it. And I look at all the companies that have come along, and I think, man, what if I was one of the first 100 that got involved in Remax? What if I was one of the first 100 that got involved in Caldwell Banker, EXP, Century 21, KW, all of these big real estate brands?
Yeah, most of them failed. Those are the successful ones.
Yeah, no, but now I'm here, with a business opportunity that I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to take 100% advantage of. I will not squander it. And I know based upon how I've been treated for the last 17 years in this program, I know this is going to be successful. There's no doubt in my mind. So since we went to, and they told me to go independent. I was with Remax. I learned how to get the balloon so small on the business card that you didn't see it. Right?
Invisible ink.
Pardon me?
Invisible ink.
Invisible ink. Yeah. And then we became Watson Realty Group January 1st, 2018. I flicked the balloon off the card, and we started doing more business. Right? And then I get the opportunity to become part of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a business decision. This is not some emotional thing. This is not another level of coaching. You got to understand that. This is not going from blue lanyard to red lanyard to black lanyard to titanium. This is a business opportunity. This is having a real estate business that you will be able to build, that you will be able to scale, and the playbook, the training, and everything is there. You will have, whether you want to do it or not, a saleable real estate business that even when I went independent, I wasn't going to have. Now we're Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, and like what Anna said, and has brought up here before, is the marketing play is huge. It's huge. When and Todd was talking about Home Depot, and it makes sense. I mean, when they created the name Home Depot, there was like no internet.
No.
So that was just by chance. But Google Home, anything for home, Home Depot pops up. Right? So I get it. I understand what Your Home Sold Guarantee Realty means. I understand sell my home means. I understand the words that come in here, what Mike brought up, creating that level of certainty. But think of the marketing play. Think about the fact that it's harder to get people on the phone now. You know, you talk about direct response marketing, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty from the Google standpoint and from what's happening out there and how consumers are now and have been searching for companies and making their decision to go with you. It's the best direct response marketing opportunity you'll ever have. We have people calling our office now, and I'm like, how did you hear about us? I Googled you. Found you on Google. And I mean in frequency, that it's no mistake. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you where my business was, where it's going, what it's, I can tell you all the blessings and all the wonderful things that have happened there, but this is now a business decision to take the business component of what we do to a whole new level. And to have a saleable, scalable, that I'm not going to sell, by the way. Right? That I'm not going to sell. And you know what's cool about it? I'd like to have 15 or 20 of them in Denver. All that does is enhance it, right? So that's the other beauty behind this. So here's what I would encourage you to do. Filling out the paper is free. It's free. Like there's no obligation here. But let me tell you what happens. Have you ever had somebody look at a house and they want to think about it? And then you say, well, let's just have them write the contract. And then you call me in the morning if you still want to move forward. You know what they do? Because they committed that far into the process, they call me that night and go, you know what, let's do it. Right? So here's what I want you to think about. It's not a level of coaching. This is a business opportunity to be involved on the ground floor. Let me ask you something. How many of you in here trust your business to Craig and Todd? And every hand should go up. So why wouldn't you take that level of trust to the next level? You don't think they're not engaged in this thing? You know, I'm going to tell you, during COVID, 2020 and 2021, I never saw two people put in so much effort into our business to help get us through that. I'm sorry, it just blows my mind. You see the level of commitment? You see the amount of effort they're putting into this thing? This isn't a game. It's not a game at all. This is the opportunity that you're sitting in a room that you're being given an opportunity. And I will tell you, think very hard about this opportunity because it's going to work.